Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Today I will be streaming Loka versus Veal followed by EG versus Serenity. So that's going to be some really epic matches and I honestly can't wait for that. Basically, this is the current scoreboard for the EU server. We've got plenty of people contesting for a place in the top 4. Anything can still happen. But I think that after tonight we might see a more definite top 4. So I'm really curious how tonight's going to go. Should be epic and exciting in any case. Standard disclaimer, 3-minute delay on the stream. That means that I'm not going to go into the room until the timer goes below 3 minutes. And it's also to prevent stream sniping and all of that. Second disclaimer, it's warm. My balcony door is open. You might hear traffic noises. And you might hear sirens and stuff. Because basically my house is on the way to the hospital. So with that in mind, let's just go have fun with it all. And yeah, we just wait for the room to drop below 3 minutes so that I can actually go into it. And we're just going to have fun because, like I said, matches like this are always great fun. Tour games for me are still like the pinnacle of gameplay. And that's why I mainly just really enjoy being able to show games like this and being able to stream that. Because there's no way in the game, no place in the game where other than tours you can actually get 7 people to coordinate and plan together and just make it all work together. So yeah, now we just wait until we can enter the room, then we go over the lineups and all of that. Meantime, got a light tank. I still got the Blastoid thing in my garage. I was on my Asia Pass account earlier and it just looked completely different. Like the whole garage thing looked different. It was weird. Still don't know why. But yeah, let's go into the room. Veal versus Loka. We saw some very epic matches from Veal the other day. And I'm very curious to see how they're going to hold their own today. Because anything can still happen. But if Veal pulls that magic out of the bum again, it's gonna be epic. Hello everyone that's watching, by the way. Hope you've all had a wonderful day. And just overall having a good weekend. Two minutes left to go before we get the first game. Veal is already completely there. Loka is slowly but surely coming in. And there we go, both teams completely there, if not completely readied up yet. Veal going for the Type 71s again. And to be fair, those are the meta tanks, so that makes sense. Oh, not much to say at this point, sorry guys. My head is a little bit tired. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing these matches. We've got Loka taking 4 Type 71s, a Sheridan and an E100 and a 215B. Versus 3 Type 71s, a nice 4, a Sheridan and 2 215Bs for Alpenstadt. Elmiri might be changing his tank. Not entirely certain yet. He has 12 seconds left to ready up again. Countdown clock has begun. Oh, Gregor, I would be stressing out so much now. Dude, you need to ready up. Did he make it? Oh, he did make it, and he went back to the Sheridan. Dear God, that's too close a call. You can't do that to my heart, you know. Let's see. We've got Veal going towards the middle. Going for a spot. We're gonna have Sherry. Oof, my game is derping a little bit there. Sherry versus Sherry spotting. Miri takes a hit there though. And now if the rest of Veal moving into the town along with Loka. Base B is being kept. Pencil case crossing over might lose quite a bit of HP there. Base B still being kept. He does get decapped there. Almost feels like random this. It's definitely not. But this is why I always do random as well. Yazio losing quite a bit of HP there. And now we have Elmiri shooter from the direction of base A. And Loka is moving in. They're sensing Pokemon is alone. And they're going after him. Yazio losing more HP. Ozol. Pokemon using the buildings to survive a little bit longer. Yazio is the first one gone though. And Loka is just going in there. Ego not looking too healthy. Ventium is the second one gone. This is not going entirely as Loka had predicted, as hoped, I should say. Ego still alive on the other side. Veal is letting him be, focusing on the guns close to them. Covardo has been taken out. Ego still alive. Elmiri. Yeah, actually took the Type 71, not the Sheridan. But he did not take the E100. 3 versus 4. HP wise is definitely in Veal's advantage here. Also taking a bit more hits, but Wonderkind is arriving. We have Sherry versus Sherry in the middle. Oh, they've got 2 Elmiris. No wonder I got confused. Honestly. That was a bit of a derp HE. But it's just Yen now. And he's almost gone. Wonderkind takes him out. And the first game is for Veal. Game is a little bit derpy. I'm not sure why that is. It's a bit laggy. Everything seems to run alright other than that though. Might crash again. I don't know. See, this is the thing. I think that Loka thought that they had the advantage there in town. And then they suddenly didn't. So with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go, Veal is almost completely ready, taking 3 Type 71s and IS-4, an LT and 2 215Bs. Unless also chases his tank now. And on the other side we see 5 Type 71s, a Batchat and potentially a 907. And now one of the 215Bs has been changed to another Type 71s for Veal. Hey Felice. Felice actually stayed up. I think it's like in the middle of the night for him. 25 seconds left to go. And then we see the second game of this best of 7. And pretty much a lot is riding on this. Veal has to win this in order to stand a proper chance for the top 4. And it's kind of the same for Loka to secure it more. Because they've got 3 points and Veal's got 2 points. And anything can still happen. But there's 6 clans that can potentially reach the top 4. So that's going to put the pressure on. And let's see. And here we go into the second game. Where everything is still open. Again, best of 7, so first to 4 victories. And we're a ways away from that. Shrek's not going towards base A. All of Loka is going there though, so this should be interesting to watch. Batchat and LT spawning each other. Base B is being kept. Oof, Covardo missing that shot there. Oof. Oh, poor Batchat. Don't think he expected that. A and B are both being kept. Shrex has to be careful. Because he is a light tank, but Veal is dominating the city side. Base B has been kept. A has been kept as well. Loka seems to be pushing in through the middle. I think Shrex is going to secure base C. Maybe. No one seems to be there. Base B not unprotected. Pencil case. Getting spotted. Getting shot by the Batchat. Who then shoots the building. So they know where the Batchat is now. Base C so far being left alone. But they are preparing for something to come up behind them, which is exactly what's happening in the form of one of the Elmiris. He's casually hiding out there. Also, he's arriving to take care of that. He does spot the Elmiri. And Elmiri gets out of there. Shots being fired. Pokyon and Covardo in a bit of tricky position there with Elmiri shooting from where he's at. M4 getting hit quite a bit there. Caught my camera as being a pain. Pokyon in a tricky position but does get some bounces. By now Veal has 2 bases. And they really want to take out Pokyon. Covardo now also in danger. Loka pushing in hard. And there's not much they can do about it. Loka is turning around. Veal is turning around to help their teammates, but Pokyon is almost gone. And turning around is also coming at a price. Base B is being stolen. Pokyon is the first one gone. Yasuo is being targeted here. Gets taken out. Ventium. M4 is actually the next one gone. Ventium almost gone as well. And it's kind of like Loka had to push. Base B is being recaptured. We have Elmiri being absolutely hammered here. The 907 notwithstanding all these shots. And there he goes. Bensoke still alive. Base C is being stolen, but we're already at 1k points. It's not enough. Veal has the second game as well. And with the crossfire, it looked to be going quite differently for our time, but I think the Batchat losing that much HP early on basically already made it difficult for Loka. Very well played by Veal, very well held by Veal. But also realizing where one of the Elmiris was. 1 minute 19 seconds left to go before we go into the third match of this best of 7. No match points just yet, but Veal's gotta be feeling good right now. We're moving on to Normandy. Different map, different mindset. And we see that Veal is going to go with 4 Type 71s, an LT, a 215B and potentially a IS-4 versus 4 Type 71s, 1 Yo and 2 Kraanwagens. And with these kind of games, like, a lot of it is the focus fire and where people are and if you can push or not and everything. But they're exciting games to see because a lot of it depends on finding the enemy where you think they were going to be at. IS-4 has been changed to 215B, so they've got 2 of those now. 12 seconds left to go. And then we will see what happens if Veal can continue this push of points. Of matches, I should say. Yeah, when I hear myself talking like this, I can understand someone describing my commentary as negative IQ callouts. Oh dear. I can always tell when I'm having an off day with my mind, which is not helpful with stuff like this. But let's see. Let's go look at the plane, shall we? Because that is coming. Scorch marks are already there. And there we go. Kapoof! In the meantime, Strax is arriving at the middle. Going for a quick spot. But not hanging around. C and D are both being taken. But Loka is pushing right on in. Oof, Ego losing a lot of HP. They're basically not going for the caps here. They want to take out the tanks. Coardo has to be careful. Shots are being fired. Ego losing more HP there. And 4 has also lost quite a bit. Pokyon not spotted right now. Ego losing more HP. Has to be careful. You don't want to lose a gun this... Oof, he's almost gone. He managed to survive that, but barely. And they might just push on over just to get him. He's found a rock now. But he is in a very tricky position. Sybil going quite aggressively here. Wanted to get that kill. Losing a lot of HP for it though. Covardo now in trouble. Also getting pushed. Loka is pushing in. But basically Veal is sort of like around them rather than just in front of them. And I just want to point out that Ego is still alive. The only one that died so far is Sybil. And Ego is going to die now. There he goes. But Elmiri, one of them, is also gone. Pokyon not looking too healthy. There he goes. And this is one of the first times we've seen Loka have a gun advantage here. The Kraanwagens basically proving their worth. M4, Wonderkind has been taken out. Loka actually getting this match here. Probably 3 versus 4. And Strax is not looking too healthy. They will have to coordinate properly and carefully. Strax losing more HP. The Yo now reloaded. There goes Strax. So it's just the 2 215Bs. And that's going to be a tough pickle versus 4. Even with their DPM. And of course, they can now just wait until everyone is reloaded completely. And then rush them. Because they have the gun basically the gun power for that. Ozil losing HP. And now they're rushing in with their full clips. And there's too many guns. That's all there is to it. They're trying, but Pencil Case is now the last one left. And he gets taken out by one of the Elmiris. And Loka grabs the game. Very well played here by Loka. It looked to be going completely the other way with the way that they pushed in and all, but it still worked out for them. This is one of those, like, I'm honest, I don't never consider myself pro. I consider myself a little decent with reading games, but I'm not entirely certain how this happened. I think Veal just bled too much when they didn't really need to. And Loka just made full use of that. All the little, basically micro battles happening. Very well played. And Loka getting back on their feet. So now for the second game on Normandy, we see the LT making an appearance again. Basically, Veal is taking the exact same lineup they did before. And on the other side, we see 1, 2 and 5B, 4 Type 71s, an LT and a Kraanwagen. So they're sticking with one Kraanwagen this time, but still. Kraanwagen is one of those tanks that hasn't been all that meta for quite some time now. Mainly because, like, the clip potential is fantastic, but the DPM itself, when you have to, like, single shot, is not that effective. But now with all the balance changes, maybe that's different. And I like that they're biting back here. Let's have a look. Countdown clock is there. We're almost ready to go into the 4th match of this best of 7. And here we go. Boss camo on Covardo's tank. Really love that camo, honestly, it's fantastic. Let's see. Shrek's picking in the middle. Does not get spotted there though. Elmiri spotting in a little bit of a different position. C is being kept. Shrek's has to be careful. There's a Type 71 and an LT over there. C has been kept. Base A is being kept. They're not going to be able to reset that. And now we have Ventium going for base D. That could be a trap. Ooh, and I think it is a trap. Base D gets kept. I don't think that was the intention, because that gives Loka a definite advantage. M4 loses a bit of HP there, but Loka now has 2 bases and has stacked their tank pretty much in the same way that Veal at the other time, but they don't have 2 more tanks in the base anymore. Elmiri moving at the back there into the corner to create crossfire. Spotting Pencil Case and also B now being taken. Shots being fired into Elmiri there. They can't really let them get away with cutting another base, because already the points are going up for them quite a lot. Veal spread out quite a bit. Same for... Oof. That shot almost hit Strax by the looks of it. Elmiri using the house there. They are blind shooting his position. but not in the exact spot that he's at, and he's making sure that he's not knocking down the wall. It's actually really nice to see, because you see where they expect him. And Miri has now been spotted. And we have basically a push happening. But towards an interesting position, because there's not really anyone there. Ventium in the middle. But Pokemon is being absolutely obliterated. And they're going to go after Ventium. But it's costing them a tank in turn. Ventium surviving a lot longer than they thought he would. And also has lost a lot of HP doing that. One of the Almiris is almost gone as well. Base D is now being kept. Shrek's trying to survive as well. And with base D and B being kept, Elmiri has been taken out. But Ego is not looking too healthy. There's a lot. Ego gets taken out now. Wonderkid is almost gone. There's a lot of low HP targets on Veal's side. Loka is doing a lot better HP wise. Wonderkid gets taken out. Sebul and Yen both take out the Cowardo. And now there's just 3 people left. And this is a push that did not go as planned for Veal. Also gets taken out. There goes M4, but Shrek's is almost gone. As is Pencil Case. Well, Pencil Case is pretty much the healthiest there, but alone versus so many guns, it's not gonna make enough of a difference. And he's almost gone. And gets hacked to death by Yen there. In replays you can go into free cam, yeah, if you're on PC. That's the thing. You cannot do this on mobile, and the game crashed again. I was expecting it to, because it's been having issues. But as long as I load back in time, it's okay. Making sure that my screen lights up again. There we go, I think. At least it doesn't do that in battle, because that would be a lot more annoying. There we go. Need to adjust the screen just a tiny bit. There we go. 1 minute 10 seconds left before we go into the 5th match of this best of 7. No team is up for match point just yet. And we see that Loka is now taking a 215B, 4 Type 71s and 2 Kranwagens again. And on the other side, we see Veal taking 3 Type 71s, an IS-4, a TVP and 2 E6s. Very curious how that's going to work out, because they can work. We have seen it before. But yeah, we're going to Mayan Ruins. TVP being taken out. No, still TVP. No fast tanks though for Loka there. No spotty spots. Not in that way, in any case. 12 seconds left to go. And let's have a look. If Loka can continue this, or if Veal's going to grab it back now. I like it though when it goes up even Stevens like this, because it just means that they're pretty much like balanced. There's an official term for that. I know the Dutch word, but I can't think of the English one. So I'm just going to go with balance, even though that's not quite the word I was looking for. Straksh heading towards base C. 2 Type 71s heading in the same direction. But Straksh is not alone. He spots one of the Elmiris. Does take a hit for it. And Elmiri kind of smells that he's going to be outgunned there. Straksh running away. Both Elmiris now at base C. The E6 is now arriving. Feel bleeding a little bit here. Oof, Yen taking quite a bit of a hit. Now Ventium being targeted. Ego, oof, Ventium overextending just that little bit, but it's costing him a lot of HP. The Type 71s are being pushed on the other side. Ego not looking too healthy. That bounce is important. Ventium is almost gone though. Pencil Case, Ego is the first one to be gone though. Pencil Case not long behind. Shrax has been taken out. There goes Ventium. And both Elmiris are still alive. Want to point that out. I'm not sure what happened there. They seem to forego attacking the Type 71s there. And I think that is what cost him the game here. There goes Coardo. There goes Yazio, but it is 2 versus loads. And Wunderkind and Pokemon can only do so much. And the game is for Loka, but I think that's mainly because they didn't kill off these 2 Elmiris here. Even though they had the tank advantage there. Pokemon gets blown up there. And the match is for Loka. Very well played by Loka here. Again, did not necessarily seem to be going in that direction. But now, Loka's up for potential match points. So if they win the next match, then they've got the point and they're that much closer to the top 4 to securing a spot there. You have to keep in mind though, Coffee, that there's multiple live streams happening with very epic matches everywhere. And honestly, I do not mind. I stream because I love doing it, not because I want the viewers. Well, of course viewers help, but you know what I mean. 53 seconds left to go for the second match on Main Ruins. Veal is putting out the armor. Taking 2 Type 71s, 2 VK72s, 1 IS4, a Yo and a 215B. Versus 1 215B, 3 Type 71s, 2 62Bs, an IS4. No fast tanks on either side. And loads of armor on Veals there. If they can get their shots in though, they could be very deadly. So let's see. Because basically if Loka wins this match, then they've won 4 in a row. That is quite the comeback. And here we go. Let's see. I think the screen flickering, by the way, was my adjusting the width of the game to my screen size. Veal heading towards the base A side. Loka doing the same thing. They're going into the ruins. Wunderkind heading towards the middle. This could be very, very interesting. Sebul basically expecting a push on base B. Pencil Case has been spotted. Ego and Coardo managing to pass by. No one spotted each other yet except for Yazio and Pencil Case. Coardo has now been spotted though. Shots fired. But Elmiri does not get hit for it. But they kind of know that they're basically like all the firepower is on this side except for Pencil Case. Pokemon and Wunderkind taking up position in the middle. Oh, he does not get the shot in, but he does take a shot for it. Thing is, the VKs are amazing, but the gun can be a bit of a pain. This is one of those things I cannot drive it to save my life. Base B, not exactly being taken off. Big hit there. Yazio being whittled down. They're shooting Pencil Case in turn, but they're getting shot back. Pokemon overexposing just a bit, but getting away with it. Base B is being kept again, but Yasuo decides to not stay there. It's a bit of a face-off here and at base A. Elmiri now crossing over, taking it as he does so. I'm not sure if they meant to do this. Elmiri losing one of them losing a lot of HP here. Ego wanted to go after. This is dangerous though. Covardo being very forward, smelling a weakness, but not necessarily the right one. He gets blown up. 3 tanks versus 2 there. Now the rest of Veal is responding. Pokemon not looking too healthy. Big hits into the bowl. Pokemon gets taken out. That's the second tank gone. Both teams have lost 2 guns now. Ventium shooting Wunderkind in the back. And he's being ignored in favor of Yen. I get stuck between the temples, which is annoying as hell. Yen gets taken out, so does Ego. It is 4 versus 3. Big hit there. Wunderkind not looking too healthy himself. Does get a nice bounce in, but with the 60p behind him, that might be an issue. Veal keeping Wunderkind alive for another reload, but he does not get there. Ventium taking him out. 3v3, HP wise, Veal has the advantage. And now, oof, Strax actually blocking that own shot there. But now it is just Elmiri, and we're going to get a tiebreaker. I'm always happy with that. Strax now having reloaded, and is the one to take him out, but with the help from Ozil shot there. And now it is 3-3. These are honestly the matchups that I'm like, woo. When it goes up that evenly matched. That's the word I was looking for. That's like a one-word version in Dutch. But yeah, basically they're evenly matched, and it can go every which way with the tiebreaker. We're going to Port Bay, which is going to be tricky. It's a tricky map as a whole, but like everything is riding on this for this matchup, for this point, and they both need the point. So let's see what they're going to do. 1 minute 20 seconds left to go. And then we get to see what happens in this final match of this matchup. Veal taking out the TVPs. Always a bit of a risk, mainly because they are so juicy, but if they can get those clips in though. We see 3 Type 71s. Potentially 2 E6s and 2 TVPs. Versus 5 Type 71s and 907 and a Batchat. Very curious to see how this is going to go. Totally not hyper or anything. Because this is honestly, this is what you do it for. When you're streaming and it's not a walkover and you get matches like this that are pretty close. And it goes one way and then the other way and back and forth like that. And you get a tiebreaker. That is honestly like, mwah. Love that. 16 seconds before we go into the final game of this matchup and see who gets the point. And let's see, 3 seconds. Here we go. There's always this bit of nightmare feeling when you're not loading in straight away. Then I'm like, oh god, I did ready up, didn't I? Let's see. That is not a pretty camo. Kind of looks like a pumpkin. Let's see. TVP is rushing to one side. And all of Loka is going to the other side of the map. That's going to be interesting as well. Because you kind of need to commit to crossing that river. And it's going to take time to go back. Base B is going to be capped by Sybil. Or he's probably going to attempt it in any case. As is A. And they will get away with it. Because they will not be able to respond in time to decap that. Oh wow. What a move by Loka here. That is big risk, high rewards. Potentially. Veal pushing. Going to see if they see anyone. And 4 has been spotted. Loka stacking their tanks there. They just need to protect the bases now. All they need to do is dig in. Veal going into the dip there. Shots being fired. Yasuo losing quite a bit of HP. TVP's full clip. And now need to reload. Ego being left alone. That is dangerous though. We have Veal pushing on the other side. But they're leaving Ego behind. This is... I'm not sure. TVPs have reloaded now. They are loading in their shots. Veal going for very risky and pushy gameplay. The Batchat is arriving. Ozol is hightailing it out of there. Basically, Batchat wants Ozol. And he might get him. He is going to get him. He does get him. Sybil, barely alive. But still alive right now. Gets taken out. Ego not looking too healthy. We have Elmiri arriving. TVP. Batchat has been taken out. Ego still alive, but barely. Ventium and Ego both gone. Shrax is reloading, but will need time to get back. Wunderkind, almost gone. In trouble. Gets taken out. 4v4. 870 points for. Ooh. Covardo. Taking so much risk here. And does not get the shot in that he wants. He gets taken out, but there goes Elmiri as well. 3v3. Shrax losing quite a bit of HP. On a clip reload again. Pencil case. HP wise is not that far, but they have the base. They need those kills. They need those kills. That was not a kill. That is an issue. 950 points for Loka. They have 2 base, and with that kill and that kill, Loka has the points. And this was, I think, leaving Ego behind like that and having him get pushed into. Veal was pushing, but it didn't seem as coordinated as I would wish, as I would think that they would be at this point. And Loka just absorbed it. Those 2 bases in the beginning made all the difference, but Veal pushing the way that they did made all the difference as well. Loka took it home here. Beautiful game, very well played. But I am still a bit confused at the push. Let's see how the others are doing. Serenity won 4-0. versus Sparta. Now we have EG if it loads. 4-0 versus Gravitas. BPS Spit Randomly 4-2 versus Phoenix. And that is all the matches. So this is the current standing, with Loka also having 4 points. And after this we get to watch EG versus Serenity, so that's going to be epic. But they're both fairly secure in the top 4. Serenity has to face EG and then Phoenix. And EG tomorrow has to face Loka. What about... Yeah, they end with BPS versus BPS. And still... I get it. I mean, it wouldn't be much different if they were in other clans. But still, it's always a bit tricky there. Especially when it's like the last game of the season. But yeah, we got some time. And I'm going to show you a replay from none other than... If it loads, because that would help. Vabon from Serenity. On Camp Stilla. Still my least favorite map. But let's see. This is one of the things I always like. I like showing off replays from people that played well and all. And especially like showing off replays from pro players. Mainly because it's kind of like, you think they're OP in tournaments? Wait until you see this, that kind of stuff. Now let's see. In the meantime, YouTube keeps telling me to add ads, and I really hate that they're doing that. There we go. Nano 7 is one of those tanks. I don't play it enough. It's a lovely tank. The thing is that I've got, I think you can call it tank gluttony. I've got so many tanks, but at the end of the day, there's only several that I just play. There you go, Leo has been spotted. So is our object. But yeah, that was definitely a very, very close one. I kind of want help. There you go. We're looking for the TDs. You found them. No one is shooting them though. They have a camping T-57 heavy. GG. That's the thing with the poop barn. It is so large that it's very hard to hide. Oof, can't believe that penned. Yeah, you can't stay there, you can't cross over either. So he's just casually going around now. Because that pattern is a bit of a pain. I can't believe that penned. Leo's almost gone. Oh, he is hiding. He is using that position better now. Oof. 3100 is a bit of a pain there, isn't he? And he's using the building to avoid getting shot there. Where's the rest of them? There's the 268. Is he seriously camping on that hill again? Yeah, he is. He is not looking too healthy now. But he did take the place. And that is helpful. There's a bit of extra armor there if he stays there. Yes, 113 wants the TVP reported because he died on the other side of the map. Where did DFE go though? That's an issue. Oh, there he is. I think he's reloading his clip. This is very tricky. He's technically a one-shot. Oof. Oh, that bounce. If he manages to pull this off though, that would be fantastic. He kind of needs to not be there at the same time. It's a good position to be in. But tricky. These bounces though, oh my god. Yes, you need to track him and keep him tracked. Track him more. This is pro. This is what you do. This is how you do it, guys. Wow. So that's one gone. Oh, he missed. Oh my god. And that guy missed as well. Very well done. But that tracking, that was just beautiful. God, 113, do you have any idea how confusing it is? Ooh. Yeah, that's a pro player as well, by the way. Artichoke. Which is not how you pronounce that, but I can't read it any other way. And he's just securing the win by not letting himself get killed for the damage. Which is the pro player's move to do. Even though they only have one base, they don't need more than that. And with just a few seconds left to go, there we go. They've got the game. Beautiful. Let's see. Beautiful game here. There's being a little bit glitchy, but there we go. 1656 base XP, 5640 damage. Beautiful. Let me just make sure how long we've got left. 14 minutes. That means I can at least show you another one. Let's see. I got a replay by Felhice. Felhice. I honestly, I keep saying it both ways. Ooh, on my favorite map. Molendijk. Like, it's not necessarily my favorite map to play, but it's just so gorgeous. I love the way that they just, like, made the whole scenery for this map. It's just absolutely beautiful. Ooh, it's a boss mode one. Hope you've got time for that. I'm gonna have to watch the time. I'm not sure this is what you meant to send though. Just gonna have a quick look at what you said when you sent that replay. I mean, yeah, boss mode is great, don't get me wrong. But the matches take longer. Now, technically speaking, we should be fine, even if it's max time. So let's just have a look. Thing is, though, they're saying they're basically talking about in the chat about the 113 being rude. The thing is, though, that it's not okay to be rude. There's no reason to be rude over an online game, like, honestly. Gun depression not found. They're healing each other, that's an issue as well. Oof. Especially early on, the graviton thing is quite easily ignored. I miss boss mode. It's my favorite mode. And the only one I really enjoy playing, to be honest. Can you hit him? No, you cannot. He is getting poisoned though. There you go. This is basically a very campy game with everyone stuck in the middle. And no one actually making a move. Their E75 is dying hard though. And there's a guy camping over there. That's also an issue. Oof. Their E75 boss is almost gone. That is beautiful. Bum ba bum bum bum. That's what I like about when you rank up with a bomb. That is awesome. E75 also gone, but A. Oh, beautiful. Just for the record, by the way, that's not my game. That was Fabon, one of Serenity's OP players. Ooh, the boss is arriving at the back there, that's an issue. He's almost off. He got yeeted by the boss. Oh, boss mode is so much fun though. It's fun to get the different skills and to get special powers. Oof, there goes his teammate. Activate your graviton thing. Why aren't you using your graviton thing? He's in a bit of trouble there. Still not using your gravity thing. Do you not like being a graviton? see. Effie almost dead. Poof. We kind of need to kill the boss again, though. Use your inner graviton. Oof. That was the boss shot. And he did. He used the boss thing. The graviton thing. It's weird if it wasn't a few months ago that it's actually still working, though. I mean, I'm glad it is. It means that replays are no longer just going bad for no reason. They just need to kill 5 more people. Actually, if you do that at the right time, you can actually... Oof, oh god. That is a bomber. Yeah, gay. Oh, you ruined so many people's life with that. And again, look at this. Oh no, I wouldn't call this boring. It's quite entertaining. They only need 1 more kill. And then it's all over. They should be able to kill the chieftain. Do it again, do it again. And there we go. Oh, fun game. I miss boss mode. Let's see. Room is not yet up. Should be soon though. Yeah, just a minute and a half thereabouts that it will be up. It's not gonna go into another replay for that. Not risking it. But yeah, I am really looking forward to the next matchup. EG and Serenity so far. I've had them a few times during the qualifiers as well, and it was just so beautiful. Love games like that. The games were exciting and tight and close and just... oof. The kind of games you want, basically. So hopefully tonight's matches will be equally exciting as those were. I think they're relatively secure though, with the points. There's 2 matches left, which basically means that actually like the top 4 is now set. The only way that well, no, actually it's not completely set, but it's likely to be set, because the thing is that Veal and BPS Gravitas would both need to win the next matches, both of them. And then everyone else needs to not win anything. So that's going to be interesting as well. There we go, there's room. So that's going to be interesting as well. But I mean, it's not very likely that none of these 4, or at least no more than 2 of these 4 will not win another game. It's possible, just not very likely. But let's see. Basically, after the next matchup, we should know for sure who is through to the top 4, most likely. Because we will not know the order yet, because that might still change. But there will be like certain teams where you know already that they're not going to be able to get the amount of points that they need to reach the top 4. So now we just have to wait a minute until we go into the room. And then look at the lineups. And then get all excited about the matches. Totally not like wiggling in my chair here. Because that's the thing, like, I've, basically one of the conditions I have is that I'm in pain, like, all the time, everywhere, the whole time. And if I sit too long in a certain position, then it just gets worse. But I tend to, like, sit cross-legged when I do commentary and everything. So it's actually nice to get a matchup like this, because I'm, like, sort of, like, wiggling and moving, and it means just slightly less pain. Oh, God. That sounds so pathetic, though. Oof. In the meantime, the sky is coloring a very beautiful light yellow, orange, pinkish, a little bit of salmon color. Looks absolutely wonderful. Cannot show you on the picture though, because that would mean I have to get up and unplug everything and just basically unbury myself from my streaming spot to take a pic. But I am enjoying it. And there we go. I've chatted my way until we are under 3 minutes. And we get to enjoy EG versus Serenity now. With Fabon, Serenity taking 2 Type 71s, potentially 2 E6s, 2 Kranwagens, and an AMX 54. Versus potentially 6 Type 71s and an LT. We are going to go to Yukon. I think the replay might still be working because it's, whatchamacallit. Because they're doing their sort of dynamic updates anymore, so you don't get like whole new versions. It's good to know though, like if that stays the case, that would be actually really nice. To be able to show some older replays as well and stuff. And there we go, both teams readied up. 4 Type 71s, E6 2 Krans, 6 Type 71s and 1 LT. And both these lineups have worked before, so I'm really curious to see how this is going to go. Yukon, of course, interesting map, 4 bases. So I am curious to see where they're going to go with it, with these tanks. Let's see. Final minute, we've entered that. This is the point where I don't have much to say. I'm merely just waiting to see what we're going to see. Because in the end, one of these teams is going to lose this match, and that on its own will be like, oh my god. Because there's a lot of really good teams in the top 8 right now, but to be fair, the matches that throughout the seasons, the matchups that I've seen between these two have just been always fantastic. And I'm hoping that I'm not putting too much pressure or have too high expectations here right now. Which is, of course, a total possibility. But here we go. Countdown clock has begun. And we're going into the first match of this evening of Serenity versus EG. Let's have a look. I do not know what that means. I'm not sure I want to know what that means. Serenity heading towards space B. And EG heading towards C. With a little bit of D. No one's at the waterfall, but Winch and Orca have both been spotted there. Ooh, Serenity going for a very quick push, but EG is just like responding. That is interesting to see though. They're being halted there. And Anya is not really getting any shots in. Might want to. PZ angling towards Anya there. And the rest of EG is pushing on the other side. They do not know yet where everyone is, though. Carolade having arrived there. Applin arriving together with Lost to take out Enya. And that's basically forcing Serenity to respond in the middle. Carolade is the preferred target on one side. Enya is almost gone. PZ arriving, but we have a big cluster F happening here in the middle. With not the focus fire that you would expect. Winch is almost gone. Enya is still alive. Enya and Winch both go about the same time. There goes Alpha. Now they're going after the Silver. Carolade not looking too healthy but still alive. The Silver almost gone. Still left alive though. They're shooting Vase. There goes the Silver. Vase next target by Nico and Orca. Carolade has been taken out now. But Vase is almost gone. Orca is... The focus fire is not quite there with all of them. There goes Vase. It is 4v3. Spitfire is almost gone. Last wanting to get that shot in. Takes the kill. And now it's just 2 tanks left. They're focusing on Playmaker. Leaving Vabon last. And the first game is for EG. But what an aggressive game that was though. Very aggressive. But it worked. I think in this case, had Serenity sensed that there were no more tanks around base C, they would have pushed earlier. But because the D drivers basically weren't spotted yet, this worked beautifully for EG. One and a half minutes left before we go into the second game of this best of 7. Serenity now ready with 5 Type 71s in E6 and E100 versus 5 E71s, Type 71s, sorry, and 2 TVPs. And let's see where that's going to go. One minute, 6 seconds left to go. Anything can still happen. No real pressure just yet. But it's kind of like whoever wins this is definitely safe for the top 4. And whoever loses might not be entirely, but it kind of depends on how the other games go. "35 seconds left." That was very aggressive though by EG. Very well executed. Looked to be going very chaotic and not entirely as they were hoping for a little bit there, but they still put it back. "10 seconds. Face is offline. Hopefully, there he goes. He's back. And with the countdown clock almost over, we're going into the second game on Yukon. And let's see. I think Alpha is going to cap base C. And the rest of Serenity is heading towards base A this time. And on EG's side, we see similar action happening. Base B is capped. We have lost, staying where Enya was last game, to make sure that no one is creeping up on that side. And EG is quite forwards here. Get spotted, base A is being kept. Ooh, Applin surviving there without taking a hit. But EG is responding, going after Alpha. Ooh. It's not going to be cheap though. Serenity is responding. The E100 is there as well. Carolade taking a big hit. But again with the aggressive gameplay though. Carolade is the preferred target for Serenity. And now we already have a big cluster F happening here. Honestly. Da Silva losing quite a bit of HP. Carolade is still alive if barely. Alpha is the first one gone. Da Silva is probably going to be the next one. He is. There goes Carolade. Playmaker getting focused. And they're trying not to get in each other's way as well. And now it is 6 versus 3. They're going to go after Spitfires, ignoring all else. Last, still there. Does not get shot at. Nicolate, low on HP. Winch gets set on fire and taken out. It is still 5 versus 3 though. PZ arriving. There goes Anya. Nico still alive. Lost him trying to take out Vase there. While the rest of EG is heading for bomb. Nicolate gets taken out there. But it is 4 versus 2. C being capped now. PC there also. TVP doing its work. And now it's just Vase that is left. Still alive. Does not get hugged to death. Survives the hug, but then gets murdered by PC there. And the second game is for EG as well. This is very brutal and aggressive gameplay so far. But hey, it's working. Good night, Faiz. Faiz managed to hang on until 3 AM for us. Which is really nice of him. Basically, EG is just going in, sensing where they have the greater numbers, and then just pushing in really aggressively. We're going on to Naval Frontier now, which is a very different map with lots of different fire lines, so I'm very curious if they can pull that off again, or if they're now suddenly going to play very tactically, which is also a possibility. 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go before we go into that match. And then we'll see what happens. No pressure, just, well, a little bit of pressure. No match point just yet, let's put it that way. And we have EG now taking 4 Type 71s, an AMX 50B, a Sheridan, and whatever PC is going to take is an AMX 54. And on the other side we see 2 AMX 50Bs, 4 Type 71s, a Sheridan and a Sheridan. I like how they're both basically the fast tank to take is either a Sheridan, a Batchat, or an LT. It's no longer like a singular tank. And I like that. It really differs per map what people are taking. And actually find it a lot more fun than just having the same lineup everywhere. Of course the AMX 50Bs that were massive clip potential. But at the same time pretty juicy. We saw earlier today on Asia server what happens if you leave an AMX 50B alive at A. And here we go. Into the third game of this matchup. Let's see. Here we go. Serenity going a bit towards multiple sides here. Lost. I'm going for a spotty spot but not seeing anyone there. That does not mean that they're not there. Orca has been spotted. Oof, Lost and Orca both taking a nosebleed there. Sort of like a protect B spot. C is being taken by Serenity. My camera is leaving me. Winch heading towards base A. But Serenity will have... Oh, no, the base actually gets reset there. Carolade taking a hit in turn. Last going back to that spot to shoot Alpha. Blind shot having been fired there. Winch gets reset there. Bounces on the AMX. Oof, now losing more HP. Big hit into Anya there. Nice bounces by Winch there. And that is going to give... Oh, I thought he was going to drive out. But that worked out okay. Face going around the back. Applin losing a little bit of HP. There's a bit of bleeding going on both sides. Fabon arriving. Which make things a bit trickier for Carolade. But now he's basically massively overextending there. Carolade losing a lot of HP. He is in trouble there. Off, big hits into the Silva. Carolade's still alive. But they are in trouble. Carolade is going to be taken out. Spitfires lost a lot of HP. Is the first one gone? Orca does get another shot in, but is going to get taken out as well. Unless he gets a very lucky bounce, which is not the case. Da Silva and Carolade both get taken out. Winch not looking too healthy either. And now the AMX has reloaded. Ooh, stop doing that. Vabon gets taken out. It is 5 versus 4. Face not looking too healthy either. Winch is almost gone. Gets another hit in. Anya gets hit. And now we have Lars going in to finish the job. 5 versus 3. Applin not looking too healthy. Winch gets taken out. Survived a lot longer than he should have. Vase might get hugged to death here. Playmaker not too healthy either. And they hugged each other to death. GG. So now we have Nicolate versus Alpha. Lars gets taken out by Playmaker. It is 2v2. But now Nicolate is on a clip reload. And we have Alpha moving in. They have to be careful. Alpha PZ is moving in. Has to be careful not to get clipped by Playmaker. Has to push in. And that is what they're doing. Because that is what they have to do. Oof. Playmaker almost gone. Between a rock and a hard place. But Nicolate takes him out. And that is another game for EG. This was a lot more intense though. It lasted longer. It was a lot more tricky. What games these are though. Very brutal, but damage wise, there was not much between them. And it could have gone either way, but there were basically Orca and Winch especially, and Carolade as well. They just lived too long and took too much time and shots from Serenity to take them out. So let's see. One minute, 6 seconds left to go before we go into the fourth match of this best of 7. Potentially the last game. Because EG, if they win the next one, then they've got the point. 5 Type 71s for Sheridan and AMX 50B for Serenity. And on the other side we see 4 Type 71s, 1 Sheridan and AMX 54, and potentially the AMX 50B again. So that would mean pretty much the same lineup for EG here. But kind of like, this is what you do it for, though. They're very aggressive games, but it's working out. They're relatively close. But each is just bringing it home time and again. Let's see if they can continue this, or if Serenity is going to bite back. Because, like I said, the matchups that I've seen between these two have been utterly epic. And this is not the Serenity that I've seen then. Here we go. And I know that, like I said, someone has to lose this matchup. There's no helping them. They can't both win. But EG being very decisive so far. Serenity again going for a bit of everything. EG the same. Winch might get spotted there. Blind shot happening. He's actually holding. Not getting spotted just yet. It's got a nice bush. Anya. Is that ping issue? It looks to be. Oh no! Oh, that is not how you want this to go. Anya getting absolutely wrecked by lag here. That will not have been a conscious decision. And not something that they will have wanted. Oh, that's so sad though. It's one thing to get outplayed. It's another thing to have issues like that. A and C both being taken right now. A completely uncontested. PZ takes a hit on the other side. But this already puts Serenity at quite a disadvantage. Now we have Alpha on his own. Applin going after him. Does not get that hit. Poor Winch is moving in as well. And we have Serenity responding. They are spotted, so they know that they're coming. Big hits there into the Silva, which is now the preferred target. Winch does not get that shot in though. EG is responding, but might take a while to get there. But it's basically Serenity's only choice to play aggressively back where they sense weakness. Applin almost gone, but now the rest of EG is arriving. Alpha is stuck there. Playmaker gets taken out on the other side. Winch will probably die. No, he's actually still alive with 45 HP left. Vase gets taken out as well. Applin and Winch both still alive miraculously. But I feel so bad for Anya here. Winch dies as well. Spitfires arrives. Orca turning around. There goes Spitfires. And now it's just Fabon, and there he goes. And EG wins 4-0. But that is so sad though. With Anya like that, that's obviously like driving and just looking sideways and stuff. Aww. To be fair, there have been some very unstable clusters. I noticed that whenever I'm on cluster 2, I get like 10% loss and about triple ping than I usually do. It's ridiculous. I do not want to... I try to restart my game until I get cluster 0 or 1. Because cluster 2 is just a cluster F. But yeah, that's a very quick and brutal matchup. And I do really feel sorry for Anya there and for Serenity then as well. Matches are still happening. Yeah, that's all still happening. Games were quite short and aggressive as well. So I'm going to show you another replay while we wait. Let's see. My other favorite map. This is again one of those tanks that I don't really give enough love. I know it's a good tank. It's just other tanks I like more, so I choose those instead. I should honestly at some point just drive all of them. And just like go for each tank. That being said, I would need to have a good day then though. And that's my main problem. I tend to, depending on my concentration, I play either well or really, really badly. I like that camo on the M103. Let's see. But yeah, there's a lot. Almost no tank in the game is bad. It generally depends on the driver. Even the tanks that I find absolutely awful, I know that some people do absolutely epic in. Yeah, their TDs might be in trouble. Let's see. AT-15. Of course, people are field tuning because why not? Object with a death wish. Little bit of an HE derp there, but he's not going to survive long. He's overextending it, over-angling a little bit there. Let's see. Object 140 is actually still alive. And that's the end of him. Just casual farming here. I can't believe that 140 is still alive. Jaeger not getting the shot in. There's the 140. He really needs to... Oof, that missed. Just gonna say he really needs to die. .140 still alive and getting kills at that. Just a little bit over angled there by the Type 68. Oof, that's the end of him. So far he's done a casual 4K. .60 GP, just fired. So that means some free damage here. There goes the Jagdtiger. Object 140 is still alive, by the way. Just feel the need to point that out. Nearly 5k. So far, very nice farming game. He needs to not get shot by the Jaeger there. And the Object 140 is still alive. There we go. Oof. 8 HP, guys. That is not a lot of HP to have left. And it looked to be going so much in their favor before. There we go. M103 got a very crucial kill there. He's looking to shoot the M103. 7k. And there we go. He survives doing 7.5k damage. Oh my god. That object, though, will survive for way, way, way too long. Beautiful game. Very casual damage farming. And then moving in to clean up. See, like I said, this is one of those things I don't give it nearly enough love. Oof, 268 did not get any shots in there. And 103 turns out to be a bit vital here. Getting some much needed kills. Let's see, have we got a result yet? No, still matches going. Loka won 4-1 from Gravitas. That means that Gravitas is definitely out. We know that EG won. BPS. Steel versus Veal. That's basically what it all depends on. If Veal wins that, then there's still a small chance at the top 4. If BPS wins that, then the top 4 is set. And let's see, I'll show you another one. I'll show you another one in the RU by Bob. Bob is one of those players. He's now up to rank 44. Last time we saw a replay, it was at rank 39. He's just so good in this tank, though. Let's see. And this is one of those things that I just struggled with it a long time, and then suddenly I got like snap in, like a light switch went off in my light in my head, like a light bulb thing. I can't word. Wow, that sounded absolutely awful. I'm sorry. But yeah, I got the hang of it, and then I aced it like 3 times in one day. It was awesome. Oof. They're just pushing by the looks of it. In this case, I would shoot the T-77 too, because that is a very deadly tank when you leave it alone. Cheeky bugger. That missed. He might not want to be there, actually, because he is a very, very juicy tank. Challenger over there. Yes, obviously the team's fault when you get wrecked. Totally nothing to do with the enemy team coordinating. There we go. Oh, that miss was very much needed. He's got a friend though. Let's see. And there he goes. And suddenly the gun advantage is back in their hands again. We did get spotted for that. There we go. Only 2 guns left. See, he makes it look so easy, but he's just basically running around and doing all that is needed in order to murder the enemy. Mate got taken out. And now it's just the little AMX left. There we go. Kapoof! 4k damage casually done. Very quick game this. I think now he just needs to grind the XP to get it to 50 though. Just look at this. Look at the damage difference there, oh my god. Challenger did not even get a shot in. Poor thing. Let's see, do we have a definite result yet? I clicked the button, but the game is not responding. There we go. No, we're still waiting. Ooh. Okay, one more replay it is then. I'm gonna show you one that I'm not like too unhappy with. Of my own games, I mean. See, this is a gun, one of those tanks that I don't really usually pay too much attention to. And then I was like, yeah, I needed to kill lights or win in a light or med or something like that. And I was like, yeah, might as well. Because I know it's a good tank. It's just it and I don't always agree. Casual bounce there. He was waiting for me there, but I still hit him back as well. But with so many people there, I don't really want to be here, so I just decided to not be there. And I managed to get out of there. Even though they do try to hit me multiple times, so got lucky there. In this case, I just want to secure the victory. And I kind of wanted to run away, but then my teammate turned around to help me, and I decided that with my not being able to get any shots in there, that I might need to just support my team. Because the FE is being quite aggressive, driving in here. And I just decided I can just basically chase him. So that is what I'm going to do. And I track him, and he shoots me once, and then I murder him, and I was quite happy with that. Basically, that's like light tank stuff. Which, to be fair, I do fully admit I'm not the best at. So I kind of want to see if I can do any farming here. Want to be a bit careful too. There's a waffle. And there's rubble here, so I was like, oh god, that's gonna hurt so much. But he actually bounces. And he's got the small gun. So he's pulling back. And I get another shot in. I do not have that much cover here. But I do have cover. Poop bun at the back. Also nicely achievable. That was a bit of a derp shot though. But now we basically just need to clean up. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. He does not get to shoot me. And I decide to go help with the ice full. But then drive in so that they can't shoot me from the other side. I'm having a lovely little game here. Basically, like with any light tank, it can work out beautifully as long as they're not shooting you. He's just like fully ignoring the FV. There we go. I do not want to get hit by the VK though. I was hoping to steal the kill, but that didn't happen. He died too fast. Oh wait, actually I wanted to show that as well. What's a first class? Not an ace, but a first class. It counts. I'll take it. So let's see. Do we have a top now? Jack just posted that top 4 is decided, so that means that we should have a score. 4-2. So that means the top 4 is decided. With Loka, EG and BPS all having 5 points and Serenity 4. So tomorrow is only going to maybe change the order of the top 4, but the top 4 is known. So massive congratulations to Loka, EG, Serenity and BPS. And massive commiserations to Veal, Sparta, Phoenix and the other BPS team. So that is it for me tonight. I will be back tomorrow to stream the last game of Asia for you. And after that the last game of EU for the round robins, of course, as well. So thank you all for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to all the teams for the lovely gameplay that we saw. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye bye!